Okay, so it's time for us to go ahead and get back into our coverage over the X-Men. And so we pick up with Wolverine issue number 87. Now, yes, this is another one-shot, but for me, this one-shot is kind of special for two different reasons. The first is that it kind of seems like it's Marvel hinting at the idea that, you know what? Two characters who are really popular should have more books together. And yes, I am talking about Wolverine and Gambit. And matter of fact, down the road, there are going to be a few storylines where it's just those two characters handling business on their own. But also, this book gives us another victim of the legacy virus, somebody who is close to Wolverine. And remember, when it comes to the legacy virus, it's all about the idea that this virus came from the future. You see, you had Strife from the future bring back this special virus to the present day. When he did, he had released the virus out into the open. Now, originally, the virus was going after only mutants at first, and that was it. But you now have the virus going after humans as well, like Mormon Taggart. Now, by this point in our coverage over the X-Men, the legacy virus had already killed off some members of the X family, like, for example, Jimmy Maddox and also Kuwanen. You also had Pyro from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants die from the legacy virus. And so this virus is just killing off big-time characters in the world of X-Men comics. But again, this virus is now going after someone close to Wolverine. But as we get into the opening pages for today's storyline, we do pick up with Wolverine and Gambit arriving back at Madripoor. Now, I kind of like what Larry Hama is trying to do with this storyline. And what I mean by that is, while you have Wolverine and also Gambit head over to Madripoor, they go over to the Princess Bar. Now, the Princess Bar was this bar that was established by Chris Claremont in the early days of Wolverine comics. It's kind of Larry Hama saying, hey guys, listen, we're 86 or 87 issues into this series, and there have been a lot of different characters who've been in Wolverine's life. And honestly, some of those characters have been forgotten by this point. And so you have Gambit and Wolverine go over to the Princess Bar. And really, when they arrived at first, they kind of believed that the people inside the Princess Bar is most likely in danger. The reason why, because it was just too quiet in there. But you didn't have our two heroes just bust in there and realize, like, no, everybody is okay. They got word that Wolverine had finally came back over to Madripoor. It has been a very long time since Wolverine has been in Madripoor. But with that being said, they had decided to throw him a surprise party. And so for Gambit, he's kind of like, hey, you know what? I'm down for this party because the ladies, they already love me. But either way, you do have Wolverine being able to catch up with all these different people who have been in his life for a good period of time. Now, we also get reminded of Tiger, who is a crime lord in Madripoor, but also was a love interest for Wolverine in the early days of this particular series. But while you have everybody just partying, drinking at the Princess Bar, on the outside of the bar, we pick up with two members of the Hand getting ready for the right moment to get the jump on Wolverine. Because by this point in our coverage over the X-Men, when it came to Wolverine, he had damaged the face of one of their leaders, better known as Masuo. And so ever since that moment, you had the Hand been trying to go after Wolverine for a good period of time. So they're just waiting for the right moment to get the jump on Wolverine. Unfortunately for them, somebody else was outside the bar, and they were able to get the jump on the members of the Hand. And out of nowhere, you had the bodies of the Hand fall through the skylight in the middle of the floor of the bar. And that tells Logan there's trouble right now on the rooftop. And so you have Wolverine Gambit leave to figure out what exactly is going down. Now, we also have to remember that when it comes to Wolverine, when the adamantium got ripped out of his body, his powers don't really work as well as they used to. So even though he still has the ability to pick up someone's scent, he's not really able to recognize who that scent belongs to. Now, for Gambit, he's coming to Wolverine with a question now about Sabretooth, because remember, around this time in Marvel Comics, when it comes to Sabretooth, he was over at the school of Charles Xavier because Charles believed that he has the ability to cure the mind of Sabretooth, to make him a better person. The question is, can Charles actually do it? But it's also Gambit want to know more about Sabretooth. And you have Wolverine say, let me tell you a story. And really, this story is more about the time where you had Wolverine, Maverick, and also Sabretooth on a mission together when they were on Team X in the past. Now, I'm not going to sit down and kind of go all into details of this mission. Just know that it led a moment where you had Sabretooth do the unthinkable to kind of help them be able to finish the mission off. And so for Logan, he's saying, listen, when it comes to Victor, Sabretooth, that man right there does not have 1 ounce of fear inside of him. But at the same time, though, that guy is not really a team player. And usually, if he has not killed you yet, then most likely he's trying to use you for something else down the road. Now, with all that being said, you didn't have Logan say he is not a team player. Now, for Gambit, he said, you know what's funny? For some of the X-Men, we kind of think the same thing about you as well, not being a team player. Now, before you have Logan being able to kind of go at Gambit, you didn't have Logan realize that somebody is trying to shoot at Gambit. And so you have Logan being able to protect him. Now, it does not take Wolverine and Gambit that long to be able to work together to figure out who is trying to shoot at Gambit and also Wolverine. And that would be Maverick. But here's the problem though. Maverick is supposed to be a friend of Logan. And so for our hero here, he's kind of wondering, why in the world is Maverick trying to kill me off for? We should be on the same side here. And so you have Logan being able to get close to Maverick. But here's the thing though, is Maverick keep talking away where like he's hoping that Logan will go ahead and attack him. And so Logan asks him, why in the world do you want me so badly to attack you? What's going on with you? And we kind of find out that for Maverick, that he has the legacy virus. Now with the legacy virus, we already know that Maverick is going to die. But what he wanted from Wolverine was a warrior's death, to have Wolverine be the one to kill him off. But you have Logan say, dude, don't come to your friend and be like, hey man, I need you to go ahead and kill me off. Like that won't do some kind of mental damage to Wolverine as well. And so you have Logan say, no, I will not give you a warrior's death. Instead, I'm going to tell you no, and hopefully you'll find a different way to die that'll still be honorable. And so you have Maverick leave. And so for Gambit and also Wolverine, it's now time to go back home, which does lead into the next issue where you have Wolverine and Deadpool meet for the first time. But with that being said, guys, please leave me a like down below and subscribe. But guys, see y'all next time. Later.